Hey everybody, welcome to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're doing another weeknight meal on the Yoder. We have 4 nice sized Cornish hens that we've stuffed up, and we're gonna get them on the smoker. 350 degrees for right at 1 hour and 15 minutes. So if you wanna see some great Cornish hens, you gotta stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Let's get to it. We have 4 Cornish hens. We buy these in 2 packs. They're about £1 a piece. We're just gonna take them out of the package and put them on some paper towels to make sure that we get them as dry as possible. The thing about chicken and chicken skin, the drier the skin, the better the skin. You'll have bite through skin and it'll be a little bit more crispy. So we'll just take these paper towels and ensure that this chicken skin is as dry as we can get it before we go and put our seasoning and our binder on it. So once we get these chickens dried off, we're gonna transfer them to one of these cooling racks, and then we'll put them back in the refrigerator for about 10 or 15 minutes to ensure that they're dry. Once we have them dried and out of the refrigerator, we're gonna make sure that we trim them. There are some excess skin, as you can see here, and then I don't prefer the tail nugget or the chicken nugget as they call it at the end, so I cut those off. So we're just gonna take these shears, get these trimmed up, and get them ready to be rubbed down. But before we can rub them, we have to add a binder. In this case, we're gonna add fat back to that skin. Like we said before, a dry skin is the best skin. Well, we're gonna add moisture back to it, but in the form of fat. In this case, we're gonna use olive oil, use an ample amount of olive oil, and then just rub it into all the nooks and all the crannies on each one of these Cornish hens. Once we have these Cornish hens rubbed up with some olive oil, we're gonna add the seasoning. And the rub we're using today is Uncle Steve's Shake Competition Bird Shake. This is some awesome rub. If you guys have never checked out Uncle Steve's Shake, he's a local Texas guy, does this out of his house. He does a great job with these shakes. And I tell you, the seasoning that's in here is awesome on any kind of poultry. So we're just gonna add enough to have a good coverage. We're gonna take our hand, kind of rub it into that olive oil and into that skin. We want this Cornish hen to shine through, not just to taste rub. So we're just putting just an ample amount on here. We don't want to overdo it. And once we get the back season, we'll flip it into the cast iron pan and do the front the same way. So we'll do all these birds, we'll get them rubbed up, and then we'll get them ready to be stuffed. For the stuffing, we're just using stovetop stuffing, already pre-made. So if you guys have some stovetop or any kind of equivalent, it works great inside of these Cornish hens. It doesn't have to be anything homemade. You can use anything store-bought and just take it, pre-make it, and then take it and stuff those cavities full of it. So we're taking a heaping spoonful, stuffing it in each one of them, and then we'll come back and whatever we have left over, we'll add that at the end. So once we get these stuffed up, we'll get these out on the smoker. We're gonna cook them at 350 degrees, looking at about 1 hour and 15 minutes or so. We'll start checking in on them at 45 minutes, but after about 1 hour and 15 minutes, we should be getting pretty close. Once we have these stuffed up, we're just gonna arrange them in the pan, making sure that the stuffing is towards each other, that the ends aren't sticking straight up so the stuffing will pop out. Then once we get that all together, we'll get it ready to go out on the smoker. The one last touch that we're gonna add to this is that we're gonna take some dried thyme, and then we're gonna take those dried thyme, and then we're just gonna sprinkle that thyme right across the top of these Cornish hens, and it'll give it a little bit extra flavor. If you haven't hit that like button yet, do us a favor, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And you know what, if you're not subscribed to our channel, hey, take a minute, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be notified next time we cook. So we're ready to go out to the smoker. We'll see you guys out there. So we got the Yoder up to temp, 350 degrees. We're gonna get these Cornish hens on. All right, we're rolling at 350 degrees. We're gonna get these Cornish hens on. We're just gonna stick them in this cast iron pan right in the middle of the Yoder here. About 1 hour, hour and 15 minutes, they'll be done. So we'll come back, check on them about 45 minutes to make sure they're looking good and to see where we're at on temperature. So we'll put them to bed. We'll see you guys in about 45 minutes. So it's been about 45 minutes. We're just gonna peek in on the Cornish hens. Not expecting them to be anywhere close to being done. Probably about another 35 to 45 minutes, but just wanna check in to make sure it's coming along. So let's do that. So the pit's rolling along nicely at 350 degrees. They're looking good, starting to take some color on the outside here. Looking good. We'll bring you in for a closer look here. As you can see, they're starting to take on that color. Yep, they're looking good. So they're right where we thought they'd be about this time. Looks like we got about another 30, 35 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. So we'll close it up. We'll let it get up to temperature. Looking for 165 or so on the breast, 180 at the thigh. So we'll close it up, see if we can get some more color on these birds. We'll bring you guys back when they're ready. So we're about 1 hour and 25 minutes in. We're gonna open it up, make sure that we're at temperature. We should be just about done. We checked it a little while ago. Should be just about done. We'll get it ready to come off. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, the color looks good. See what the temp is. 165. 165. Let's check that deep thigh bone. Yeah, 182. So we're there. Color looks good. Oh yeah, stuffing popping out. So they're ready to come off. We'll get a little bit of this juice kind of drained off. We'll tin it with foil, let them cool down a little bit, then we'll get a taste test. See you guys in a minute. All right, we got her cooled down. We're gonna give it a taste test. Let me bring you in for the cut. Cut right down through the middle here. That. So juicy, tender. Let's get a taste of that. We'll try a wing, save some for the other people inside. Get us a wing here. Man, just falls off the bone. It's delicious. You guys ought to try this. Hey, you know what? If you haven't had Cornish hens before, there's plenty of ways you can cook them. This is just one. You can spatchcock it, put it over open fire. You can put it on the smoker, spatchcock. It cooks a little bit quicker that way. Or you know what? You can not stuff it, put it directly on the grate. Man, they're so good. If you have not tried Cornish hen, give this recipe a try. Hey, and if you like what we're doing here, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next cook. Take it easy.